Hey, this is Jenny Jones, Digital Growth Hacks Club. All right, so listen, got these couple of tools I've been looking at. And if this is your first time to this channel, please go ahead and like, subscribe. I'm always doing these different videos, putting tools together, hacking them together, trying to squeeze the revenue and the money that we can make out of them together. All right, so I got these two tools I'm looking at, and it's almost, you can tell when the code is out for certain tools because you start seeing different variations of said tool. This is a tool that if you're trying to look at trying to create sales rooms or personal places for your potential customers to explore what products you have or services. This is one of those tools. And actually there's I'm kind of going to give you a 2-for-1 in this one because I feel there's some glaring differences in two. So let's go ahead and take a look inside. Let's look at these two tools that I'm looking at this week. All right, on Digital Growth Hacks Club. All right, see you on the inside. Let's go to my computer. All right, so now that we've made it over to this one tool is called Stageset. And what Stageset does is it gives you an opportunity to create these sales rooms for people who want to consume your product. I've kind of started to like these a little bit because if I have different things I want to share with customers, I may customize one thing for one customer, but I may want to customize something else for another customer. I think these sales rooms are good for that. I think the sales rooms are kind of replacing whether it be a landing page. I think it's more customized. You do have some landing pages where people can go and they can purchase from you. I think this is a little bit more intentional, and it gives you the ability to be more personal with the actual person that may purchase your product or may move forward with you. Now, one of the things that they do, and I'm going to show you here how you edit this tool, but this is a tool that you can just send to someone. And of course, I think it's likened to Heybase, right? I kind of like it a little bit better than Heybase. Heybase, what I'm seeing in this pattern of these sales rooms is they can either be light, they can be heavy, or they can be too heavy. And it's like, they're so heavy, there's no flexibility, right? With any other tool, you can just go. So this is the welcome aboard. And you see here, you can put these different phases here, right? Do you have any questions? Let's hop on a call. What I did here is I've embedded my sessions calendar here. If you don't have sessions, if you didn't get sessions, shame on you, right? It's probably one of the best tools that I've seen come around in a long time. And it's been around for a while, and they have a lot of investors. So I digress. So what we have here is these are the different elements you can add to it. So this is the preview mode, right? And a person comes here, they're going to be able to see, they can invite someone else, they can contact us, or they can just look at an overview. But let's go and let's do an editor. Let's turn on editor mode. So this is editor mode. And if you want to add a section, right, it'll ask you what kind of section do you want to add, right? You can add a section there. You can add, hey, do I want to embed, task list, file sharing, columns, and so on and so forth, right? If I want to add text, I can add text. If I want to add media, I can add media. I could upload a JPEG, PNG, web, GIF, text, docs, PDF, or a PowerPoint. So I can do all of those by embedding that here. So I can go delete that. And so that's how that particular piece works. And again, you could do the embed, you can do the media, you can do the text, and you can put a task list in, right? You can say, hey, if you fill this out, great, or tell me what areas you need help in, and you can do that as well. So what I will say to you about this particular software, I think it's pretty straightforward. It gets to the message very quickly, and you can create your sales room in pretty short order, right? And I like it a little bit better. I think Heybase was out, and I think it feels a little bit more sturdier than a Heybase, right? And they don't have many integrations at this particular point. Let's take a look at this deal. Now, What you're going to notice is when it comes time to doing these types of deals, you have to see, does it have range? Can I use it for more than once? Can I delete a room, right? Can I add more rooms, right? I think this one gives you a lot of things you can do on the back end. It's $59 for this sales room. Let me tell you where the deal may be, right? So this has integrations, future integrations included. $59 does not give you the integrations that you need. 119 gives you the integrations that you need. I think this is a fair deal at the 119 spot. And advanced analytics. What you're going to find here is even for $59, you can get unlimited deal rooms, unlimited clients. That's really kind of what you want a tool to give you if you want to be able to have this for sales rooms. You don't want to be limited, because I may have 50 clients and each one of the clients I may cater to differently, right? And I may want to have that ability to change. I may want to add a couple things in this room. I might want to give them this and give them that for that particular room. And you can track buyer engagement. So it's going to follow their basic tier on tier 1, but really you need to be looking at least a tier 2. I don't even think at this point that it's worth a tier 3, but I think at least a tier 2 as an entry level is very fair. If you can pay $119 to get unlimited deal rooms, unlimited clients, and analytics and advanced analytics, I think this is a good deal. This is if you have a large team and you want your team, if you have, a mid-sized business and you want other people to use it as well, I think this is good for a mid-sized business as well. So this is not a bad purchase. Again, when I look at this one, then I look at Heybase, for some reason, this one feels a little bit better. I'm not knocking Heybase. And I think Heybase even had a little bit of start on this one. I just think that the way they're building this and on the way it's going and where it's going, I think you can do a lot more with it. So I was satisfied with it. All right. So that's the first one I want to talk about. Now let me talk about a second one, right? So the second one I want to talk about is Dealintent, right? And Dealintent is currently now available on AppSumo as well. So both of these are the sales room. Now, Dealintent does a lot of things I like, and it does some things that I don't like, right? They both have that, but I think if I'm going to spend my money, I want range. And I think what Dealintent is, once you kind of get locked into a room, and I think Dealintent, for me, I think it's for medium-sized B2B companies. I think the flexibility in this particular tool, Stageset, I think this particular tool allows you the ability to go B2B or B2C, which I can really, really appreciate. Dealintent really is only geared towards B2B. You can probably trick the system a little bit and go maybe do some B2C. But if you do B2C, you're going to run out of rooms, right? And that's why I think going with the when you go with a tool like a Stageset, they're going to give you unlimited deal rooms and unlimited clients. This is really geared towards B2C or business to consumer. This one, when I look at the plan, you're going to see it. This is definitely a B2B tool. And it has a lot of power for B2B. So it has the same thing. You can add different things into it. This one actually gives you an opportunity to place files there. The other one gives you that as well, but this is just kind of built in. And it has a mutual action plan. Hey, you're going to sign the contract. Go ahead and sign it and put that here, right? This Stageset gives you the ability, if we go to editor, and I'm not trying to say these two tools are the same. I'm just saying that they're totally different. I can add that in here. I can add in an ability to create a mutual agreement right in here and says, hey, when you fill that out, go ahead and check box that. And when you send that over, then send me your login details or so on from there. So I can do that. And I can also move those around, right? And I can also delete them, or I can add the people who are intended to sign things over. When you come to Dealintent, they actually have a mutual action plan, which to me is somewhat sort of the same, right? And it, again, like I said, it has a spot for files and it has a file spot for document, right? And so you can create and customize the same headings here. This is an embedded video I put in there. This is a pitch deck that I actually put in there, and it shows the PowerPoint presentation when you look at it. All right, you can I can embed my sessions calendar, or I can embed my TidyCal, so I can put them both in here. And again, these are quick deal rooms. If you can put your logo and their logo, hey, we're gonna have a partnership. I just think that what happens is when you go to this deal, you don't get unlimited. I like this little feature here that you can actually chat. If you see if someone's online, hey, what do you think about the deal? What do you think about the presentation? I think that could help you as well. So you can do that. And I think that's pretty much it. Let me show you some of the back end of Dealintent. Let me show you that. So as we look at the back end of it, they have these, you can do e-sign, right? But the thing is, you don't have the ability to go with anyone else. You can only go with PandaDoc. I was like, well, I don't know if I want to go with PandaDoc. PandaDoc is kind of expensive too. I looked at it just to try to see if I can do that. I think it's almost $50, $40-50 a month, which I don't really need that because I have other tools. So I don't think this tool is really it's not, I'll just be honest with you, it's not as friendly for Sumo Links because we have a lot of other tools and we kind of like to plug in on the back end and do some of our own, which Stageset does not have a lot of integrations as well. Neither one of these tools do that. But if I want to take a presentation and move it down, or move someone who's viewed it and move them into a way for them to get into my newsletters or my email letters and stuff like that, it's a little bit difficult to do for both of these tools. Team member can look at it here. All right, so you can do that, and you can add your blocks here. So what you do is you add your blocks. Then it says, hey, these are the stock blocks that we have here. These are all the different blocks you can use, your iframes, your timelines, and so on and so forth. So this is really a B2B tool and very professional for your team members. And so these are all the different things you have access to, right? There's even a sessions calendar, TidyCal. So those are just special embed links. You can put your different forms in there, your formulas, your type forms, your jot forms, right? For some reason, they have podcasts in there. If this is B2B, I don't know why this was even added here. Maybe it's just, hey, we'll just add podcasts, which I have no idea why those are there. And of course, you can embed your social links in there as well. One of the things that I think that it has, and it's very unique, and I think it's a very unique selling session, is if you go to your dashboard, you can actually go and you can see, right? Let me get here. Let me get to my rooms. Let me get to my deal rooms. What you have here is you can actually go into your deal rooms and you can actually see, right? Get the insights here. What you can do is you can actually pick up the different insights, and a lot of this comes from your LinkedIn, which is really public information already. Let me see if I can share one of my other, what else to have. And another thing is everything is green, right? You can't change the color. This is all green. Stageset allows you to change the colors in the background, which I can appreciate, but this gives me only that. Let me show you the piece that I want to show you as we wrap this up. One of the things that I do really like about this is when you go to companies, you load these companies up and you can get insights of the actual company. A lot of this it's not a lot of it, but most of it is based off public information from LinkedIn. And that's the overall beauty of this tool being a B2B tool is it's called Dealintent for a reason. what it does is it uses AI to allow you to understand what type of people you're engaged with, identify, engage, and convert your high intent clients, right? So once you put their LinkedIn link here, it kind of tells you, it gives you a snapshot. Hey, they're in B2B sales, sales enablement, sales acceleration, DSR, digital sales rooms, right? That's Dealintent. That's what they do. And so you kind of get an idea of who they are and what they're trying to do. You can read more, but it just kind of puts everything in perspective and snapshot for you. They do have the analytics here. That's why I said this is perfect for B2B. I think this is a very, very good tool for B2B. And I put in one tool and I was going back and forth inside the link. So it gives me this deal intent score, which the deal intent score helps you understand how engaged your prospects are with your deal room. The score is calculated based on the number of views, unique views, actions performed, and time spent in the deal room. So this is where you can kind of tell when people, you may share with your team, says, listen, if we get at least a 15 or at least a 20 on our presentation, we need to be reaching back out to them, and so on and so forth. So you can do that if you wanted to. So let's look at the deal room analytics for this particular room that I put together. So the deal room analytics of this particular room is as such. This person has spent some time in it. So that's time spent, which we have here, which is November. That's 3 minutes of November 7th. And then 17 minutes was spent on November 6th. So the more time was spent there on that particular day. So this gives you the back end and the analytics of the true intelligence. Now, I got to be honest with you. I don't know if I've ever seen a tool give you all these details and analytics of your particular presentation for an actual customer. And you can kind of tell when they're ready, when are they ready to purchase? When are they ready to buy? And so this gives you a deeper view into that. It talks about the mutual action plan, which the other one is it's a light version of that. This is a more detailed version of it. Hey, the contract is pending for the signed contract, right? So again, this is just another view of the analytics. I think this is great. So we'll go back to analytics just so you can see. This gives us a lot. Hey, they're demoing, they're prospecting, so on and so forth, right? Then you can look here and you can just say overall. And again, if you have an overall team, you can say, hey, these are the most engaged deals. And it even tells you if the user is online, right? Hey, the person's online. You might want to chat with them. So you can close deals with this. I think this, the more I got into it, the more I was really impressed with the different ways that you can actually utilize this deal. And you can pick up your chat records and so on here. You can find your conversations going on as well. So let's take a look at the integrations. That's really only about the other thing we want to look at. So you have different types of integrations. You have your CRM integrations. These are HubSpot, Salesforce, Pipedrive, Zoho. Again, medium-sized to large businesses will appreciate this tool a lot more. If you have that or you inspire to be that, then I think this tool will be a worthy investment. Again, your e-signatures. I really do not like the fact that they're forcing me to go with a PandaDoc. If I'm going to go with that, I do want to have flexibility and range on the back end of who I want to go with to perform that. And then PandaDoc is not even really the leader in that space. And then you got your storage docs here. Where can you storage? Google Drive, Drop Drive, and more. Zapier is coming soon. And these are the different content providers, project management. Again, these are all B2B tools. If you're trying to close deals, I think this is an excellent tool for that. I think, like I said, I think if you're trying to do a B2C and you're after volume, I think the other tool is better. But if you're after a value and really want to close a deal and want someone to be impressed, I think this is a good tool. The only thing, like I said, the only turnoff to me is everything's in green, like everything. You can't even customize it. And I think they said they're working on that. That's really unfortunate, but everything shows up green and it's my colors are blue, obviously. It's just not jiving with this. So that's it for this particular deal. Let's take a look at what the exact deal is. Okay, so if we look at Dealintent over here on AppSumo, of course, there will be a link in the description for this one as well. There is some artificial intelligence piece about it that it kind of tells you, it kind of looks at the intelligence of the person is. They have to really be active on LinkedIn because that's the only public information you can get. And if they have a website, you plug that in as well, and it pulls a little AI intelligence in there from there as well. So again, a digital sales room is what it is. Those are your integrations. So has a lot of intelligence. Again, if you even looked at this slide, this is fully filled out of mine. I'm just testing it out. But if you're running multiple deals, you can kind of see who's ready, right? And you can justify the cost of this with one deal, one B2B deal. All right. So what you get here is $59. You get one seat, 25 rooms, 25 companies, 50 contacts. And so the companies, what I've determined is the companies are kind of companies you can kind of follow, right? See what they're doing. That's why in the two stay together. If I have 25 rooms and I can associate 25 companies with them, then I'm kind of tracking as well. So you get 50 one-time AI credits per seat, 30 third-party app integrations, 1 gigabyte of storage, right? So tier 2 is 2 seats, 80 rooms, 80 companies. You get powered by Dealintent removed, and you get a mutual action plan. Now, if I'm looking at this tool with the CRM integration and all that, this tool really does not make sense until you get to at least a tier 3. Now, if you can afford a tier 3, then you're able to get 150 rooms, 150 companies. Let me tell you, one of the things I think that I hope they change, I think people had asked for it, but once I set up a room, that room's set, right? If I'm following Acme Company, that room is kind of set on Acme Company. I think you can do some editing, but you can't delete that room, right? You can't. It's just not that easy to do because it's tracking all the underneath advanced analytics for that particular room. So really it's designed for you to, hey, if you grow, if you get 150 deals out of this, you get 1 or 2 deals out of this, and you like the way it's going and it's helping you close more business, then you can buy additional rooms. So that's the way that works. So I'm going to go back in. I'm going to take a look and see how much it costs to buy additional rooms. But that's what I would do. I'm not buying this tool for me. If I'm a B2B, I'm not buying this tool if I can't get at least a tier 3, because what I just demoed to you is an actual tier 3, right? You really want a tier 3 for this particular deal. So the AI credit systems they use is essentially used by only our enrichment feature to provide company and contact enrichment as well as contact personality insights. While the enrichment feature is good to have, but it is not a core functionality of Dealer. And its primary value to be able to create dealer rooms, a curated space for your sales, assets, and proposals. So what they're saying is, listen, we throw in some AI credits, but again, we're just putting that in there. But we really want to create a space for your sales, assets, and proposals. And I think for a B2B, I think they do a very, very good job in this. With the analytics and all that, I gotta tell you, the whole green aspect, not being able to change, that's really kind of working with me and doing some things for me that I'm not really appreciative of. So again, this is not a bad deal. I think it's good for B2B, and I think if you're going to use any one of those CRMs, your Salesforce or your Goho or some Zoho or something like that, I think it's good. Let me see if I can find the pricing for additional rooms if I wanted to get that. Yeah, so if we wanted to buy additional AI credits, those are here, right? So you can buy additional credits. AI pack, it has 10,000. You can buy here up to 10,000 credits, or you can just buy a pack of 100, $60. So as high as 4,500, as low as $60. Storage packs. If you needed to buy more room to be able to house more of your assets, you can buy 1 gig for $15, which I think is fair for $15. And you can buy, I think these are one-time prices. It doesn't say monthly recurring. And you can buy as much as a 50 gig pack for $500. So this is a tool that you can kind of grow with. Now, your deal packs, if you want to buy more deals, right? If I want to buy 50 more companies, it would essentially cost me $1 per room. So I can buy more there. And of course, the higher you go up, the better the value you get. I can buy 1,000 deal rooms for $800, right? So it's about, as you move up, you get it kind of breaks even here at the 200. I can buy 200 more deal rooms for $200. And again, I think this allows you room to grow. But if you're closing deals with this, I have no problem with this, right? Let's click on this. Let's see what happens. So so essentially it is a one-time payment of $50 to buy 50 pack. It's not a monthly. You're buying additional rooms for $50. I gotta tell you, if they fix the color for me, this is me personally, if they fix the color for me, I really wouldn't mind taking this tool on a journey and a ride for my B2B clients. If I had both if I was able to get both, then I would use my B2C rooms, the less expensive rooms. I would pull those out of, out of Stageset, right? I can actually just use Stageset. Don't really need to do the advanced analytics and get away with a $59 purchase. That'll give me unlimited deal rooms and unlimited clients, right? But if I was going to do the deal intent, I would start at least a tier 3 and I would buy additional rooms if I need them, period. Because I can buy additional 50 rooms for $50 one-time cost. I think I like that, right? And so the more and more I looked at this, the more and more I went through it, what I discovered was this gives me everything I need for B2B. But again, if you're closing B2B clients, it's more of a, you're going to get a higher value and a higher return because one B2B customer is like 15 to 20 B2C customers. So it's just, the cost of acquisition could be a lot less if you use the right presentation and the right sales stack in here to be able to share your plan or what have you. So again, this has been Jenny Jones at looking at Dealintent and looking at Stageset here. Both tools are very, very good. I think if I had enough money, I would buy both. Use this one for my B2C, for my business to consumer, and use this one with the advanced analytics and the dealer intent and all that. I would use Dealintent specifically for my B2B clients. I would not use B2C on this. I wouldn't, because I think there's more money to be made on the B2B side. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe, share this video, and let's see if we can go down here and make some money. Hey, I got a lot of things coming up. There is going to be a Black Friday special I'm going to be sharing with you. Don't forget if you need to get in on the snack hacks, I did share a couple more things there on some of the other past tools. Go ahead and get in on that, and see you guys in the next video. You guys take care. Goodbye for now.